On that note, oh yeah,
Cool.
if you made it this far, thanks.
No,
so much
you
for
already
listening.
did that.
Oh yeah.
I will have already done a little sped up thing of the theme
Okay,
song.
good. Like, really emphasize when you edit this. I do not want to spoil this for anybody. Please make sure there's a clear spoiler warning.
Cool. We'll say it right now. Hey, fam, we're going to talk a lot about the ending of Invincible at the end of the episode. Also, explicit warning. I don't want to do it this time.
No, it's
there
very,
are curses.
Very emotional show. I will swear in this part. And if you haven't seen it yet, and you don't think you're going to see it, I don't care. Don't listen to this part. Watch it. It's sick. I don't want to spoil this for anybody. Spoiler warning.
But listen to the podcast that comes after this, but then you'll know when to stop if you...
Is there a podcast after this part, or is this going to be the end? Okay, I don't know how...
This is the
okay.
end that's in the beginning to warn them about the end.
That's right.
Yeah.
This might be the last thing we do, but it's the first thing they'll hear.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like... I'm going to go on again. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast. Your favorite podcast. We're talking about your favorite format. This is episode 68, one away.
Is it? No, it's 67.
67, two away.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Who's
too.
speaking? That's so mean.
Yeah, 67.
I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler, joined as always by Thomas. Actually bonked some people this weekend. Hammer gun. Don't know how much bonking you successfully did.
I did two. I guess you could count it as two successful bonks.
Ooh. Okay.
How
many matches?
What do you mean? How
Like
many
if
matches?
you played 2 matches and then like you successfully.
No, I
bonked
played
them
4
twice.
matches and I successfully
So you
bonked
have
in 2
bonked.
games.
Also joined by Derrick Meatman Smith, alum of the pod. What is
Alum of
up,
the
brother?
pod. Hello, hello.
I'm back, everybody.
You're
Hello.
back. We had you on last time for Team Trios because you were Thomas's Pauper seat. So we're like, hell yeah, let's bring him back.
Yes, I again was on the Thomas, not Thomas team.
Dude,
2 beards and a gun.
2 beers and a gun.
because
Thomas hates Pauper. Yes, again, he likes bonking people but not playing commons. Even though he has Ornithopter in his deck, I don't know.
yeah, you're the one for listeners too. Derek is the one that we reference whenever we talk about like our Pauper scene first coming alive. It's all because of Derek. Like way before I moved, Thomas or I moved to Nashville, Derek was was walking so we could fly.
That's right.
Yeah.
I guess. I didn't want anything out of it. I just wanted to play the format because it's cool.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
So
don't really
thank
want
you.
anything about it,
Those
but
are
it's
the-
cool that you guys, like, everything has happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
those are the
awesome.
best. Those are the best intentions.
Yeah.
No hippopotamus today. He has work meetings all day after work, all week after work. So hopefully he gets out of the week alive. I'm sure he'll be alive.
Our
but-
hearts go out to him.
Yeah. Tournament recaps. Me and Derek can talk about tournament recaps. I think, Thomas, you have some words from Hippo
Yes,
to pass on.
I do.
What did Hippo play? He was in the Pauper seat as well.
Yeah, he was in the Pauper seat with our friends Devin and Spencer. They were the Malevolent Rumble. They all played decks featuring Malevolent Rumble.
Because it's a band.
That's what Mark Levin. He's a famous bassist. He's played
Okay.
like King Crimson and like a bunch of other.
Okay, yep,
bunch
yep,
of other
yep.
projects.
Yep.
Very skilled bassist. And so they're
So they all had matching sleeves with the
yes, they
bases
all had
on it,
matching
too.
sleeves with Levin on it, and it was very, very funny. James was very, very happy about those. But James, he played Jund, I believe it was Jund Brood-Scale, as opposed to Black Green. I think it was Jund.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
Brood
black,
Scale.
green, splash, red.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the black, green, splashing red for Chrysalis, and I assume us makeshift munitions, maybe some sideboard cards. He can sum up his entire experience of the day with. That's exactly what he told me to say. Just a raspberry.
Yeah,
he and his team, they went 0-3, and soon after that dropped from the event. Yeah. Just those. That was it. It happens.
I know, like, he had some bad beat stories. Like, he was saying, like, he was playing the mirror, game 1, combos off, and just never finds, like, an outlet. All, like, the outlets were, like, the bottom, like, 15, 20 cards of library. And it's like, it'd be like that, sadly. So just rough beats kind of day for all 3 of them, it sounds like.
It's true.
So,
It's true.
Man, unfortunate.
I can recap my modern real quick.
Yeah, do that.
Before you guys dive into Pauper.
Yeah,
so I played, of course, Derrick and I played with our friend Thomas Bitter. Thomas Bitter played in our Legacy seat, played the burn deck as per usual.
Price of progressing some people.
Progressing some people. I was usually in the middle, except for the first round when we were on coverage, actually against your team, Cameron. So the two of you got to play against each other on coverage. So y'all will talk about that in a minute. But other than that, I was in the middle, so I got to see both of you guys play a bunch of fun Magic cards, mostly red cards, but we'll get into Derrick's deck when you chat about it. I played Hammer. I knew I was going to play Mox Opal and Urza Saga. I had just played Breach at the Charlotte RC the weekend before, and I thought, you know what? Trios is about vibes. Like, I could just play the best deck, but let's play Hammer. Let's play something for fun. And I'm glad I chose Hammer. Like, the vibes, like, for myself were fine. I went 1-3 in my matches, which also matches our team record.
Dude,
unfortunately,
it sucks so much in team events because it's like you 1-3, whatever, but that feeling of like.
Yeah, the only round that I want to match is a round that we lost as a team,
sucks.
And it was like
it's not fun. That was me last team trios, and it sucks. Like, cause not like who cares if I lose? I don't want my teammates to lose because of me.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make you feel worse.
No,
but
it's
I'm
fine. Like
expressing the feeling of it's.
I felt that a couple times through the day.
I felt that too. Bitter playing the burn deck. I don't think any of our rounds came down to his match at any point.
No, he was always done first.
He was always done
Price
first.
of progress, fire blast.
Yeah,
you know.
So it was either winning. There's not much to it.
I think it came down. It came down to me in our final round in round 4 when I lost to Storm, which is also just like an abysmal matchup because like if I had it all wrapped up, or if I had drawn a land, I would have been able to bonk and get them dead and go on to game 3. But it's these hyper fast combo decks are difficult for Hammer to deal with oftentimes unless we like specifically have like Orum's Chant, or like you can't even just Surge of Salvation to give yourself hexproof against the Grape Shot, because then they're like, okay, I'll cast another Wish, go get Empty the Warrens, make a bajillion goblins, go. And like so, and it's very, very frustrating. Also frustrating when you play against a Storm opponent who is kind of a young brat who is very annoying, which I don't like to
put people on blast.
I'm not like that, but like this was like, James could corroborate this as well. I felt like it was some of the most miserable Magic I had played ever, and
this is a person in. I don't want to put this person on blast because they are very, very young.
They're very young.
A lot to learn.
Figuring it out.
But they have, I think the best way to explain it is they feel the need to impress everybody, and they do not do it subtly.
No. They have like a pretty big ego.
Yeah, and they
issue.
have an ego and not like results to match it.
Right.
Like they'll lie about results to people to like brag. They'll question a play. They'll question a play, but not in like, hey, that's interesting. Why'd you do that? But like, that wasn't right. Why don't you do this instead?
At one point in our match, towards like when they're comboing off and they're like, do you want me to play through it? And I just paused. I'm like, yes, this is Storm. Storm has a fail rate.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know in my head like it's very unlikely for you to fail at this point, but like, yeah, play it out. Play like. Both my teammates are done. Like, we have a win and a loss. I have to win this if we want to stay in the tournament.
Just stuff like bragging at a draft, F&M, like how good their deck is, and then gets paired to one of our friends, Full, alum of the pod.
Yeah.
And he's like, says, oh, sorry I have to do this to you. I'm going to crush you. It's the best deck. And Full's like, easiest 2-0 ever. And then he sees him at an RCQ the next day, and he's talking about how he 3-0'd the pod last night. And Full's like, that's not true. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Stuff like, just my one last putting this person on blast is, this is what pisses me off the most. Jay and I play at the game night RCQ, and that was like
in the finals.
And that's like, he must have saw that on stream, maybe didn't watch it all. And he asked Full and somebody else, hey, who won the game night RCQ? He asked that next week, and they're like, oh, Jay did. And he's like, how did Jay win? He's terrible. And like, Jay has pummeled this kid. And it's like, that's not how you get places in a Magic community. That's not how you grow as a player, thinking you're better than people when you're not. It just, I don't know, a lot to learn. And
yes, and like we're trying
I don't
to
want
give
to be
right. I know
mean,
because like he is so much younger than we are, and we're trying to leave some space for growth, and hopefully he can absorb some things by osmosis from us. But it's also very difficult to get into that position in the first place when you're going to be abrasive like that. So I don't know. It's a tough line to watch.
Yeah.
Tough line to kind of cross there. I don't know.
It's interesting. So I just
Derek's just like I don't know this kid.
I don't know anything new person to like the Nashville, like y'all's friends and stuff, but like on a pack of Magic cards it says ages 11 up. Just it's okay to be humble. Just calm down.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's got SpongeBob and My Little Pony in the game. Like it's okay to be not cool. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, again, I don't know what's going on, but just it says 11 up. It's not that big a deal.
Like I know round 4, I look over Thomas and you were losing your mind, like because this
just the most stoic I've ever been playing Magic. It's just like I'm not giving you anything. I'm not having a good time. I'm just trying to be as necessarily polite as I can be, and we move on. Anyway, I don't. Yeah.
Can I put the one thing I heard you say?
What did I say?
What could Hammer have? Like this kid's just trying to like it. Like we're just like again the whole trying to prove something thing. It's this kid's like, what could Hammer have? I bet you're putting in silence against me and stuff like that.
Deafening silence or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just hear you over there like, you do not know what's in my sideboard. This is not a meta deck. There are 2 people who play this deck.
Yeah.
You just,
it's
like,
me and Travis. Like,
shush. And I don't know, like.
It just didn't help the vibes. Like, I really try to not let my vibes get, like, brought down by a negative player experience. But this time it kind of did, and we dropped after that round because we lost at 1 and 3, and we had no way of making top 4 cut at that point. So
you were 1 and 3.
Yeah, that put us to 1 and 3.
I thought we were 2-2.
Yeah,
as well. My fault.
No. If we were 2-2, we would have kept playing.
Okay. That's what confused me over the weekend. I was what are you talking about?
No. So
it's like I want to speak like this person. I don't want to say anything about this person that I just like wouldn't say to their face, kind of thing too.
Correct.
You know, so it's like
I said to their face when I got up from the table, like I was very upset and I had to control myself of just like dude, like chill, like you're almost twice this kid's age, just like
yeah,
just like it doesn't matter, it's a game of Magic. But he started talking about how team members he had were shitty at a previous team trios, and I told him straight up, as one of our other friends, Jonathan, has told him in a different context of like, don't talk about your teammates like that.
Anybody
or anyone. Yeah. People won't want to team with you or play with you.
Treat people with respect, and you'll see how treating someone poorly plays out. We're gonna foreshadow a second story.
Yes,
on my round 5, but.
Anyway, I got to bonk. I had a lot of mulligans. I maybe could have played a different land except for other than an Urza Saga on some of my turn 2s, and then my Urza Saga gets blown up, and I'm back to just 2 mana the next turn. I could have had 3. Like, there's a lot of little tough decisions to make with Hammer that, like, if you make the wrong move with your own sequencing, you're just going to lose to yourself. There are a lot of decks like that, and Hammer is one of them. But otherwise, I was always glad to team with the 2 of you. We have a great time. I think we have a good rapport. I think we have a good balance of like listening to each other when we need to and letting each other kind of do our own thing when we need to. And
y'all vibe very well. Yeah. Like I was watching one of your guys' games against the Fae. I'll let you explain more about that, but just like y'all vibes were just great. Like not in a great spot, and y'all are just taking it how it was.
Yeah,
like not like yeah, Derek, you're very known for not.
It's just a game, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm not. Again, people see this game as competitive. I understand that, but I am not one to try for the pro tour or anything like that, bro. I play with commons. Like I know I sound like, oh, there's Magical Grandpa and his cardboard crack or whatever, but it's not about like trying hard. It's just like around friends and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You trying to escape the real world and then be an asshole to us, we will fight you. So, like, don't be that way. Don't be that way.
Not with our fist, with our wizard squares.
Sure.
Sure. Do we want to transition to
Pauper?
Derrick?
Yeah, let's go. Let's throw it to Derrick first.
Yeah.
I had the most fun over the weekend. I think
you
of the
did.
3 people in this room.
Yeah, you did.
No,
The 3 people on your team, that's for sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's a
I
story
had
for
quite a bit of
Cameron
fun.
that I don't know about, but yes, between me and Thomas, I had the most fun. I played Mono Red Dredge. It was
This deck is so sick.
I didn't really want to play Brute Scale, even though it is like the best deck in the format.
Yeah.
On quotes, quote unquote, blah blah blah. That's not fun. That's not who I am. I just want to play and like have fun and all that. So it just plays creatures, sorceries, and lands. It's not a hard deck. I have a deck list. I could say it. They might.
we could just link it
Yeah,
in.
I have a copy of it. We'll link it in the show
What's the
notes.
gist? Like, what's your deck's goal?
So, like, Magical Christmas Land 7-card hand, you want to either, like, turn 1 Burning Inquiry, which is draw 1 red sorcery, each player draws 3 and discards 3 at random. It's like a crazy Hymn to Turok kind of spell. You either want to do that or Faithless Looting turn 1 to get a Stinkweed Imp or Sneaky Snacker in the graveyard, and then just keep drawing cards to get the Sneaky Snackers back, or replacing it with Dredge to get more Lawless Giants,
Scrapwork Mutts.
yeah, any dinky creatures you can that count towards your opponent being dead.
And because you want to, like, Molten Gatekeepers,
Yes,
you want to
that's-
flash these back and then flashback Dread Return.
Yeah, the Gatekeepers also do crazy math. You can have 2 of them on the board.
Yeah,
One, what's it called? The ping vampire. Epicure?
Epicure, yep.
It does 3 damage if there's
Yeah,
2
it's
on
just a
there.
bolt.
Get your Sneaky
It's
Snackers
a lightning
back.
bolt with a creature that gets you a
Yeah.
blood. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Sneaky Snackers hit damage hard.
3 of them coming back. It could be 6 damage. It just does math in a weird way, and that was really fun to me.
I think, what's the word I'm trying to say? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the phrase. Your deck had no way of casting Sneaky Snacker or Dread Return or Lawless Giant. You were just straight mountains. Like,
No, if it's
any
not
stars or anything for black? Or?
No, if it's not a red card or the Scrapwork Mutt, I can't put it on the battlefield.
Sick. That's dope.
There is a red black deck that's going around that casts the Chthonian Gravestalker is the new card.
The
Oh,
that
yeah,
costs,
the 4/5.
yeah,
Yep,
that one.
The chitin.
And then you can like exhume it back, and it plays like on a different axis, but it plays more black cards. I didn't want to do all that. I like the 16 mountains that I had. It was pretty clean. I think it's 12 sorceries and the rest creatures. If my math's right, it could be a little bit different, but
Heck yeah.
sideboard super clean. Electricity, Flaring Pain.
Seal of Fires.
Seal of Fire and the Golgari Brown scale. So just super clean numbers. I got to play Cameron round 1.
Woohoo!
I don't.
Spoiler, I was playing Black Green Fog. I was
Yes,
playing Fog.
He played it in our monthlies, and he had fun with it, and I kind of figured he would do it again just because he seemed like a creature of habit, but I kind of nailed him for it.
I defected to this deck the morning of. I was so close to saying had Jund Brood-Scale in my deck, or my backpack contained Jund Brood-Scale, Mono Red Godolphin, and Turbo Fog. I'm like, I know this room's going to be a lot of Jund Brood-Scale. I can sign up for that, whatever.
Yeah, but that's not you.
Or I could just Godolphin people, which would be sick. I love aggressive decks. And I'm just like, Godolphin is like kind of a mid deck. And I'm like, or I really had a lot of time fogging people. Let's be honest. There's like maybe 4 people playing Jund Brood-Scale. Maybe I just don't play them. And I just, run well.
You just tried to dodge the combo decks is why you...
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would not say Mono Red Dredge is something you want to play with Turbo Fog, because that is just an axis I am not
No,
fighting on.
I don't.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I can kind of care about some of your spells if I'm attacking you with like the dinky creatures or whatever, but I just want to like 16 you with a giant.
See, and if it was just that, like, interesting enough, like cycling the one land spy deck that we talked about last week with our friend Hunter was playing, that's like a strange access and can be so much faster. But at least, like, that's usually, like, a one and done. Like, they're going to do the Lot Giant once and try to kill you once. So it's like, my one Weather Storm game 1 is okay. And then post-board, it's like, if I have a Weather and a Spell Bomb and a Flag Bearer, I'm pretty safe. But, like, you are like, okay, I might Lot Giant you 2 times. And then I plan on smacking you with it afterwards. So.
Yeah. You can get in situations like you have, like we talked about, 2 Molten Gatekeepers and then getting them down to, like, 9.
Your Gatekeepers pressure me hard.
Yeah, and then you have like the 3 Dread Returns just sitting there. After sideboard, we get Flaring Pain that I've never cast Flaring Pain as long as I've played Pauper. I've always wanted to cast this card, but it's so cool to dredge into it and not have to like worry about drawing it. It was so cool to just be like, there it is.
And that's streamed on coverage too. You can go, we'll link it below, but it's on Game Night Columbia TN. If you type that in YouTube, you can find
Game
their
Night
channel.
TN.
Game Night TN.
Yeah,
I always
we'll
put
link it.
Columbia after. But you can watch Derrick just beat the piss out of me.
I got a sweet interview too for my first time in game nights. It was cool as well. I like all the behind the scenes stuff.
It's fun.
It's
really
awesome.
fun. I love it.
I don't know about beat the piss out of you. I just kind of did my thing. I did have
No, you beat the piss out of me, dude.
Oh my god,
at no
you said
point
piss
was
so
that.
many times.
Is it okay? Or you beat the shit out of me. Like
Is that better?
you beat the fuck out of me. What
Okay,
adjective? You beat me. Is that no? Like he beat the piss out of me for real. Like game 1, I kept a hand of 2 Nihil spell bombs. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling pretty safe. I don't play it on turn 1 because I know you play. I watched Thomas fumble through League with this deck before.
Yes. Yeah, we fumbled all right. That was before the Burning Inquiry tech, though.
Yes.
That was before whoever came up with this list had added
That's
Burning
insane.
Inquiries.
That wasn't in there
Yeah,
before.
I know. It's really good.
So like I know not to play Nihil Spellbomb turn 1 because if you just Siege Smash it, I get 0 value out of that. It's not good. That's not winning that game. I have 2 of them in my hand. You Burning Inquiry your turn 1, and I discard one of them, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. And you just played to the board. Eventually got to a point where you could dread return me, and
It was pretty cool. I
beat the what out of me?
Snot?
Sure.
I think the
We will
person
accept snot.
I think the person that made up the list is God, I'm so bad at names. Natalino, I think is how you say it. I found him on X or Twitter or whatever people know it as. And he's been making cyborg ads. Oh. He's been making deck lists and all that stuff. I was actually looking at it while we were playing over the weekend. I was like, this is a deck guide. I am not cheating. But no, round 2 was a lot different than that. I have in my notes, because I'm bad with names, Jacob Chubby-Faced Idiot on Black White Blade.
Whoa.
You told me I could say that.
No, I didn't.
I asked you when we were there if I
Jacob
could say
is
that.
such a
Oh
chill
my
person.
god.
He brought. Did you
Jacob
tell
is
him that?
Jacob is a friend.
Yes, Jacob is. It's
I
wedding.
forgot that
You told me I could say that.
Oh my god.
It's
okay.
wedding. Wedding probably told him to say that.
Okay.
I even wrote it in front of him. I was like, I'm writing this right
my
here. And he
goodness.
goes, okay.
He's funny. He
Thomas
is,
told me to say that, Jacob. That is not my fault.
This is not. Oh my god.
He's a trash talker too, though. Like we're friends with him. He's not like what
Jacob's
I mean?
a lot of fun.
Yes,
We love Jacob.
I love playing against Jacob.
Was that? I think there was one person that I like said something whimsical to at the end of the game. Like he's never played Pauper, and he's like, oh, it's close to being free, but he wanted me to like give him a game, or like we were joking around or something, and I was like, bro, I can't give you anything for free. The format's cheap, not free. And Thomas was like, that's so good, Derek.
that was against Wedding.
Okay, that's the
this
same
was
guy.
like Wedding's first time really playing Pauper.
Yeah.
First time playing Blade.
He was a cool dude.
This was Austin's deck.
Yes.
like
Literally
physically
Austin's Black White Blade
Yep.
deck. Yeah.
He game 1 was not much of a game. He kind of Bajuka bogged me like 4 or 5 times, and my deck can't really.
Like
the first
it up, of course, Skyfisher.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
and I just after the first like 2 times, I'm like, yeah, we can do a little bit. Maybe
Probably like a one of deck.
No, it's a 2 of.
Oh, okay.
It was
okay,
a 2
okay,
of.
okay.
And I was like, all right, next game. Game 2, I tried to like not dredge as hard and like do the beatdown plan and hopefully like get his spot removals with my sneaky snackers and like bring him back when he doesn't have spot removal. But he just kept Bajuka bogging me. And it was really, I think this is the game that he picked it up at a certain point when I had like a halfway decent graveyard. And I looked at Thomas, I was like, I bet I can get it out of his hand. And Thomas is like, no, don't do that, do this. And I was like, no, we're going to cast this Burning Inquiry and get the Bajuka Bog out of his hand.
Did you?
Yeah. He had 6 cards in hand and we got the Bajuka Bog. And I was like, I told you. That's
ballsy.
50% odds.
It was so good.
Derek, you make some sexy plays.
Bro,
Like that.
it's a high roll deck. You don't,
The last writing both your guys' hands away from last team trios. Sexy.
dude, you just
Or that was the Pauper Cup. That was
that was the
that was
Pauper
the-
Cup.
we were
Yeah.
just like last rights. We both discard our hands.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
See what's up. You don't get to do it in like playtesting because people don't playtest that way. They don't like see like what could happen. And I'm like, oh, we're here. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Also, the deck is very high rolly, so like
Oh, yeah.
you got to take like that gambling mindset, in my opinion, and be like, all right, we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, oh well.
That's dope.
So we lost that one. We're I think
1-1.
1-1. Round 3 is I can't read my own handwriting.
I feel that. I do that a lot.
Drew on Blue Fairies. I'm pretty sure it was his friend's deck.
Yep.
But he played it super well for not playing a lot of Blue Fairies. It
a
could be
hard
like
deck.
Yeah, it's very intricate. There's a lot of like things you can do just with 3 lands. So game 1, he kind of didn't know what I was doing, which I understood. My deck's not really popular, but he kind of didn't know what was going on, didn't know what to counter. He countered like me just like straight hard casting Gatekeeper, and I was like, all right, cool. And I just kind of whittled him down. I don't think I cast a single Dread Return in that game. I kind of just like cast my Dicky dudes and got in there.
Your deck can do that well.
Yeah, just unearth, ping you twice, get you. Game 2, he understood what to do a lot more and countered every single Dread Return or Faithless Looting I cast. And I was like, all right, cool.
That's
great. You're learning. I love it.
You're seeing him grow in front of your eyes.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
great. It's like watching children open presents. Game 3, I think at this point the other 2 people on both teams are done, so I have Thomas as a backup.
Yeah.
And
their legacy player.
His legacy player, whose deck it is helping him out. So all hands are on deck for this game. And I didn't write down what happened, but my life total went 18, 16, 12 to 4. So I assume he just beat the crap out of me and I couldn't do much about it.
Yeah, from what I remember, it was a lot of like jockeying for position and playing around a known spell stutter sprite in some spots, and we kind of got a little stifled on development. Like our initial like dredge hits were not very good. We weren't able to fill up the graveyard as quickly as we would have liked.
Oh, that's the game we tried to like either decide if we wanted to Inquiry first or like Faithless Looting first.
Yeah,
to, like,
try
get
and
the
hit another
spell stutter.
land. Yeah, we were short on second land for a little bit too long.
I wish you like stuttered in our games. You at all points you were full cylinders.
yeah.
I guess
Oh, yeah.
Fog gives you all the time in the damn
Right,
world.
to be fair, yes.
Ooh, I'm putting so much pressure on you.
Yeah. Wellspring, go. All right, dude.
Upkeep Fog.
Limbus, your turn. Okay, dude.
Great, you got it.
No, it was so we're 1 and 2 at that point. Yes, because I was the decider. And then round 4, this was against Craig. He played.
Craig's dope.
Craig is a dope dude, and he played a pretty dope deck. Dope and good are not the same word.
No, dope's great. Dope
is great, but like,
But
it's
the deck
not,
was not necessarily good.
No, but deck was dope.
Right.
Oh, I
but
see
it wasn't
what you're
good.
saying. Dope and good aren't the same.
Aren't
Correct.
the same thing.
The deck
Dope
can
is,
be,
like,
it can be
cool.
dope. Yeah,
it can be cool, but
the deck
not
was
good.
sweet, but
Yeah.
it wasn't very good.
I don't know. Again, he was firing all cylinders against me because again, you give him
You
all
didn't
the time
do
in the world.
anything.
Yeah, exactly. I don't do anything. A good
But-
point. I win by not doing anything. Yeah, you're right.
You're playing a campfire deck. Like, what do you want?
Oh no, your opponent developed their game plan.
Yeah.
No, he hit me for 6. Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, it seemed like you had that one pretty handily in the bag.
Yeah, he oh god, I don't know what these creatures are called. The creatures that if they're
They
in
come
your
back
graveyard,
when they're if you
when
cast a multicolored spell, they come back.
whatever those creatures are called.
Terrible creatures, yes, but they work well in
But,
Tortex. 'cause
yeah,
they're-
that's what he was playing. Was
they played Dahada's Pulley.
Yes, Sultai Tortured Existence is what it was.
Yes, it was cool. It was super cool.
Yeah, but he
Yes.
kind of just like turned his gears and did more gears, and that was about it.
He moved cards around in zones.
Yeah.
Because, like, Dihada's Pulley is 1 black, blue. You can discard a card, draw 2 cards, has Jumpstart, and then you gain life for each card you discard this turn, which is really cool with Tortured Existence.
Yes.
And then you discard these cards that say whenever you cast a multicolored spell, return to your hand. And so you can just, like, discard those to Tortax, bring something else, play one of your multicolored thingies, and you're just like, yeah, it's cool.
It was cool. We didn't really care about each other's game plan. Just like whoever did it faster, got there. And dredging 5 like 3 times in a turn kind of just gets me giant fast.
Yeah,
that was the game plan, and that was it. There wasn't much to talk about. I do want to back up. I missed a note. In our Black White Blade, I have Thomas is smart, heart, high roll got bog. And I'm pretty sure this is the match that me and Thomas argued about attacking for 2 and got some free damage in, and I look at him, I'm like, he will not block. He has not seen a removal spell, and Thomas is like, no, Derek, don't do that. I'm like, attack
Attacked a Scrapwork Mutt just into a Dawnbringer Cleric.
Like a 2-1
Just
into a
2-1 into
1-3.
1-3.
And I was like, he will not block. He has not seen a removal spell, and he just won't do it. And Thomas was like, no, he will for sure block. And I was like, nah.
Wait, why didn't you think he'd block? Because he didn't see removal from you?
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
I don't know. That's what he said. I'm just repeating what he said.
That's what Thomas said?
No, that's what Jacob said.
Oh, okay.
I attacked, and he goes, I haven't seen a removal spell. I don't know what to do. And I was like, huh.
Fuck.
And I got free damage in there. And I was like,
Sexy plays. Gosh.
thinking about different axes, bro.
Derek got very scrappy this weekend.
I'm a fan of that in draft. Like, that is something I would do in, like, retail limited, is just, like, swing my 2-2 and you're 4-4.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you're gonna block? Cool, I have dead nothing in hand.
Yeah, people won't block.
Yeah.
I got to do the Anna and Devin's Pauper Cube for the first time.
Oh, yeah, and you 3-0'd, yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, wait, you 2-1.
No,
you 2-1.
Anna
You
got
lost a
me.
trophy.
Yeah.
You lost a trophy match.
But that was the super coolest thing, because I did what your mindset just was draft like medium creatures, and we'll just see what happens.
Why is that mindset?
That's what you just said. Just see what happens.
yeah.
But
That's
no,
funny.
that was cool. Side note: the Pauper Cube and Dana and Evan or DNA is super cool.
Yeah,
that was a good delight for my weekend. Never done that
You had
before.
an Orzhov deck, right? No, you had
No, Golgari.
Yeah, you had like a sick
Just
rock
like
deck.
Golgari dudes and stuff.
Yeah, your deck was really, really cool.
I was like, the Rock, here we come.
Yeah, your deck was super cool.
But back to we finished 1-3 like Thomas said, and I was told that my teammates wanted to go home, and I was like, all right, let's go home. I hung out afterwards and talked to everybody, but they went to do whatever they did, and it was the end of the ride for.
The Thomases looked unhappy.
The Thomases were not.
Again,
not in
Derek
the
had
best
the
of
most
spirits.
fun of his teammates.
Yeah.
I
This
had
is
a
true.
blast. I tried to keep them like not level-headed because they were pretty level-headed, but just like
They weren't
it's-
like flipping tables.
No, but just like we were trying to turn that frown upside down kind of thing. And
Yeah.
at some point, Thomas just like looked at me and goes, I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I get some points right now. Like that Pauper Cube, I was playing against Devin. And my new, I've said this already, my new favorite thing to do when I'm like tilting off is I should have won the Pro Tour. I should have won the Pro Tour too. But like I was playing against Devin and just like bad beat, like just kind of like bad beats. Like that whole day was just like getting stuck or flooded. And I kind of made a heads up play against him where I sacked 2 lands to Fire Blast his creature, so he like didn't get a trade like he thought he would. And it's like I have a bunch of 2 drops in hand and just like never saw a land. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I kind of did that to myself, whatever. And Devin like gets up and tries to hug me, and I'm just like, don't touch me right now. I'm like, let me be angry for 30 seconds, and then I'll be okay.
I think he went to the bathroom and just like hung out in there for like 30 minutes.
No, that's not true.
That's funny. I had a cube match. Vintage Cube is back on Magic Online. I had a cube match. I have this really, really weird mono red splashing Esper colors deck.
Oh,
right
you
now.
told me about this. You told me about this.
Yeah.
That deck's sick.
It's really, really sick. And I won. I lost my first match. I haven't played anymore since, but I won the first game, and I had to Fire Blast down to no lands in order after sacking everything except for like Tameo Ragavan and 2 lands to a sneak attacked Ulamog Annihilator trigger, and then just like sacked everything, let the Ulamog go away, and I'm like, okay, I'm at like 10, let's and then they like flashed in a thing to block my Ragavan for me to try and rebuild, and I was like, I'm gonna sack my last 2 lands and Fire Blast your thing, and I just like Tameo and Ragavan just rebuilt, and they just bricked and never found another
that's
thing to sneak
sick.
attack.
That's wild.
And I was like, cool, sometimes you gotta do what
That's
you gotta
wild.
do.
Yeah.
It was wild. We almost won that match.
I got Austin good this weekend. I was playing mono white aggro in Anna's Boomer Cube, and he was playing Demir Reanimator Show and Tell combo with like Force of Will and stuff. And that like smushed me game 1, just like turn 3 Show and Tell. I put some dinky white creature in the play. I put not Gristlebrand. Put some big dude in play that should not be in play in turn 3, some 9-drop or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's we'll wrap that one up. And like, no, that was the game where he I mulled the 5 and he hemmed me on turn 2 first.
Ooh.
And so I'm just like sick, you know. And then like turn 3 Show and Tell right after. I'm like, yeah, that sucks. Then
that happens.
game 3, mulled a 5 again, and like I'm stuck on 2 lands for a bit, 1 plains, 1 Mutavault, Student of Warfare. I'm just like leveling it up here by here, and like eventually it's like level 5 from like me doing that 5 turns in a row, just level up.
Oh,
and I drew a second plains, and I'm just like at some point I had a Lightning Greaves on it too, And I drew a second planes, and it was at 5, and I leveled up to 7, like the threshold. It needs to be a 5/5 double striker.
To be double strike, yeah.
And he just bricked. Oof. It was sick. And then we had a good game 3.
Nice.
So that was fun.
Good old cube.
Yeah.
Any other notes, Derek? Would you play Mono Red Dredge again?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
That
wanna play
deck
this
is
deck.
so fun. To me, it works on like a different wavelength than like most of the time you think about Magic, because most of the time you're like untap, upkeep, draw my 1 card, and then like look at your hand and sometimes like 3 cards in your graveyard. This deck just puts like 17 cards in your graveyard and gives you like 30 cards to look at all times. It is so cool to me.
That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you played with your graveyard laid out face up just in front of you, like
That way everybody could
strewn
see
out
what's
in front,
going on.
like had
If
your
you got-
lands up top, your
Yep.
creatures in
Yeah.
play up top, and just like your whole graveyard just like laid out right in front. It was
I don't
very,
think the
very helpful.
commentators cared for it, because they on coverage they were like, "Oh, he's got his land. Is this his land?" They didn't really like understand like what I was doing at
Sure.
first, and then when it extended, they were like, "Oh, that's his graveyard." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah." And I asked Andy when I went in for the interview. I was like, "So how was it for coverage?" Because I'd never I'd done that in Modern for Hogak back when that was a deck, but I'd never like done it on
Ooh.
camera.
Yeah.
So I didn't really if it didn't look good, I wouldn't do it again, kind of thing. And he goes, "No, it was great. We could see everything."
But
I'm like,
probably
"Awesome,
better
Yeah,
on coverage.
awesome."
exactly. Yeah, because
Great.
they can
Probably
see
a
everything
lot
that's in the
better on
graveyard.
coverage.
Yeah,
I would prefer that.
Yeah,
Sick.
Cameron.
I'm Cameron. Like I said, get the DNAs, carpool with them. I'm like, man, I don't know what to play. I could fumble with Jump Brood Scale, could jam, and I'm just like, I'm gonna play Fog. I teamed with my friend Anna and Ori. Ori is somebody I actually met at Spotlight Series Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It was like more of like Devin and Anna's friend, and like he lives in California, and he flew out for Atlanta. Met him there, and he flies out for these Team Trios event.
Yeah,
like come
just
hang
to hang out with
friends.
us.
Ori is awesome. We were Team Chapel runs Dumpy because it's great. No notes. Perfect. Ori played Mono Blue Belcher in Modern, absolutely killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Anna played Yorion Beans Control in Legacy, also actually killed it. It's funny. And like I said, I ended up defaulting to Black Green Turbo Fog. And terrible room for it again, but it's fun. I actually dodged all of Jump Brood Scale. So awesome. Awesome.
You lucky duck.
Yeah. Kind of like something I learned at the end. I'm like, man, Hannah, spoiler alert, my overall record was 1-1-2 because we got a bye. So 2 draws. I should have played slower on my game ones. And Anna played at a great pace.
Yeah.
But like some spots where like she was a turn off of killing somebody.
Yeah.
But that she played at a fine pace. It was probably like the opponent ate a little too much of the clock,
Sure.
but it's like team trios, you know. It's like it can be
Everyone's
hard.
helping everyone.
Yes,
it gets messy.
It can be a little
Yeah.
hard. Round 1, I play against this guy playing Mono Red Dredge. He just poops on me. Doesn't even. He just laughs the whole time. And you looked like you were having a blast, beating the crap out of me.
It was a good time.
Good.
I hope you try the deck at some point, Cameron.
Oh, I will. I would love to. Again, once we get weeklies, this would be great. Unstoppable. Round 2, I played against Mr. Sillard Scintillard.
Yes.
Alum of the pod, Matthew Scintillis. That Thursday before, we were like playing some Pauper at DNAs with Matt and Hippo, just trying to figure out if Scintillis, he was interested in the Jun Wildfires deck because he was just miserable with Grixis Affinity, and he liked the deck a lot more, so I gave him my copy of the deck to go play. He made some like tweaks in the sideboard and stuff, and he really, really enjoyed it. Game 1, kind of just a classic Fog game of he does some stuff. I actually mulliganed the 5, and I kept like land, Ichor, Deadly Dispute. I play 4 Deadly Disputes, 4 Fanatical Offerings, Eviscerator's Insight, the flashback one.
Sure.
1 Offering, the one that makes a map,
Yep.
so 9 Deadly Dispute effects.
Yeah.
I saw all 9 in the top 15 cards in my library. Like, he refurbished Familiar like 2 turns around. I just like discarded a Deadly Dispute effect. I'm just like, yeah, I don't need these. And he saw, I think, 0 Deadly Dispute effects, so I just win that game.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And like he did some stuff, and I played Fogs. again, I had the munitions out, kind of similar to how we played Grixis the week previous, but I had Weather Storm and just like did not matter. Held on to my Stream of Thought as long as I could. When I casted my last Fog in my hand, I'm like, okay, I could just try to just stream him now. Maybe he made a change and put a Galvanic Blast in. I don't know if he did or not, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stream now. Why I don't have Fogs? Like, I could take a hit here, but like maybe he has munitions. Like, I'm not dead, but I don't want to risk anything. I Stream of Thought him here. Game 2, he mulligans to 5. We both mulligan the 5 actually. He mulligan the 4. I mulligan the 5. He kept Duress, Land.
Damn.
He Duressed my Limbus and then my Deadly Dispute effect. I had 1 Fog in hand.
Okay.
And it was his turn to draw Deadly Dispute effects. He top decks a couple Deadly Dispute effects, and he plays Writhing Chrysalis on turn 5, Writhing Chrysalis on turn 6.
Wow.
And then like Deadly Dispute effects every turn after. And I'm stalling, I'm fogging, of course, but I see a couple Limbuses. Never see a Deadly Dispute effect, so I'm like, okay, that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
that's not fair. And then that was turns, so we drew, and I'm just like, man, he mulled the 4. I felt so good about that. He was pretty happy about that one. So again, like, if I would have he killed me in turn. So if I would have just played slower game 1, I could have got there, which is weird to say. I lost equity by not playing slower.
Yeah,
but you kind of have to. With Fog.
Yeah, it's like a weird fine.
No,
like, where do you draw that
I'm
line
not saying
of like
slow play by any means?
Right.
And I take my time. I'm definitely not. I don't think I'm in a hurry. I think I play at a reasonable pace.
Yeah.
I need to stop playing at a reasonable pace slightly, which is crazy. Round 3, I play against Team Left Hot Dog. No, round 3, I get to buy. We get to buy, so we won round 3.
Nice. Nice.
We lost round 2 because Hannah and I both draw, and Ori lost the Modern Sea against Nathan.
So that counts as a loss?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we lost 102 there. So poor Ori.
0-1-2, yeah.
Ori's probably just like,
oof.
But Ori was very, very dope. So round 3, we get to buy. Round 4, we play against Team Left Hot Dog. I play against Ian, a very wonderful person that is a prominent? I don't know if that's the right word.
Mono-red player.
Person in our community.
Yeah.
A prominent person.
Prominent Pauper player in the scene.
We see them in our community quite often. They're great. They were teaming with Scott and Ashley. Mm-hmm. And Scott's normally not part of Team Hot Dog because their whole bit is they have like hot dog jerseys. Mm-hmm. And they took a picture of they got a chili cheese dog from Sonic, took a picture of it, and blew it up and like have it on playmat. So like each person has like
a section of the dog.
Yeah,
yes.
There's like the middle, the end, like the 2 ends in the middle.
Yes.
And genius. It's great. But I'm like, Scott's normally not a hot dog, and they're like, it's honorary dog day, and I'm like, bring a dog to day work. Yes. And just like Ian's fantastic play against, like, we had good banter, like another very chill person, like just awesome, pleasant person to play Magic against. I love playing against Ian. They weren't on Mono Red Goblins.
Ooh.
They were on Dimir Fae.
Ooh.
Game 1, they have like some sneaky snackers in play. I think I bog 1, and then the next turn they Modern Age and just like rip it off its top and discard it. I'm like, that's funny. No, it was good stuff though. Game 1, my deck just blanks all their cast downs and snuff outs. Like those are just terrible against me. I get in the Crypt Rats to wipe their board. They can rebuild some of the sneaky snackers. They have a bunch of dudes in play, like Spellstar Sprites. They eventually play a Thorn of the Black Rose. I'm like, sick, my clock just doubled. Like, that's how I saw that. Like, that Thorn helped me win. And so, spoiler alert, I eventually Stream of Thought them when I run out of possible time not to Stream of Thought them. Game 2, they brought in Inokaba Shinobi, the one when it hits you, the 3-2 ninjutsu.
Akiba Gang.
Akiba Gang.
The discard one or the lifelink one?
No, the discard
Oh,
one. And the
okay.
lifelink one, just because they needed another
Oh,
creature.
the
to beat me
Mokutai
with.
Ambusher?
They just
Yeah.
brought those in over snuff outs or something. It's like, these aren't doing anything.
That's the lifelink one.
Yeah. The
Okiba Gang Shinobi is the
discard too.
discard.
Yep,
Yep.
they brought
Yep.
both.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And
nice.
so, like, I
Okay.
think they, like, swing for one and then, like, Shinobi, and I'm like, oh, I kind of have
Dang,
to.
rats and fairies. That's cool.
I know,
Rats.
like, I'm like, I kind of just have to, like, fog here, and they played it, like, masterfully. They didn't counter any of my fogs. I tried to play Olympus, they countered that. I tried to Deadly Dispute, a Treasure, they countered that. And I was just, like, stuck on 3, so, like, I didn't have enough to hold up fog and play, like, a Deadly Dispute effect,
Or
too.
get Crip Rats going.
So like I couldn't just like double spell at any point in the game, and so
Smart.
like they were able to just out tempo the crap out of me there. So we go to game 3, and I'm just like, man, there's another like game 2, or like I don't think we had enough time for game 3, and so I'm like man, because like I eventually even get like a Murmuring Mystic out, and like it just wasn't enough, and like I think we were turns, we didn't play game 3 again. I'm like, man, there's another one where I'm like, I feel like if I could have just stalled out game 1 a little bit longer, I would have been okay. Which is weird. Which is
yeah,
weird.
I know.
It's not great because I don't want to slow play my opponents. That's not what I want to walk away thinking.
Says the fog player.
Yeah, but I think they beat us and they concede.
Oh,
So I think they were just like done for the day.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. So we're
2-2
2-2 at this point.
technically.
On
On paper, 2-2. Maybe not in your hearts.
Yeah.
No, not in our heart. Definitely not in our hearts. Not a deserved win in there.
No.
Round 5, we play against Abby, Craig, and foreshadowed person, kid, that one kid.
Yes, the
and
kid we alluded to earlier.
Yes. I play against Craig playing Tortex. Craig is a very delightful human. Very big in the CDH area in Nashville. Craig's
Yes.
really cool. Just very, very, very chill.
Community organizer for CDH folks.
Very chill person. Loved our games. Like, again, since I'm playing Fog, he has all the time in the world to like Tortex. Like, he's the hottest playing, triggering 3 cards in the graveyard, putting counters on this whenever you discard a spirit thing, sacking is saying the carrion feeder, deal me a damage, pick it up, so every 2 mana can be a damage. But I'm just like, have 3 campfires and play. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm just like, I'm like, no, I don't even need a fog. Like, if you just swing 5 at me, I'm up a life. Like, I can take a hit from a troll and I gain 6 back. This is awesome. Like, I'm like,
So
their
funny.
engines are turning and I'm just at like 70. I'm like, this is sick. Because they're not lot live gianting me. I don't care. Like, game 1, I think I like stream of thought of them like replicated like once because that they just milled themselves that many times.
Yep.
So like, and again, like did the last possible second, and it, oh my gosh, like backing up a little bit, we sit down and we're 2-2. Their team is
2-1-1.
2-1-1. And that one kid is telling us that we should concede. Oh, you guys can't make it. You should concede. You guys have no chance. You should concede. You should concede. And I'm like, we're playing. Like he said, you guys can't make it. I look at him like, we're playing the match. And so we all sit down. Our whole team swipes, wins.
Yes.
Like that kid's like leaning over when Craig and I are playing. Like, who's winning? Who's winning? Craig's like, I don't know. And Craig at some point, he's like, I think he has stream of thought. And I'm like, oh, Craig's right. And like, we get done with round 1 and he's like, who got there? And Craig's like, he got there game 1. And he's like, how? Like how do you win? And I'm like, what do you mean how? I had 40 treasures in play. However, I chose to win. I had infinite mana. It was funny. So like, he's got like, what's going, like, just buttoning Craig's stuff, and Craig is actually playing the deck insanely well. Like,
Yeah.
not like there was a ton. Like, he'd cast a card and like 6 triggers go on the stack. It was cool. Like, really, really cool deck. Game 2, like, I'm sitting there just kind of having fun. Like, I can stream a thought him to win the game. Like, just there, and I'm just like, just letting it go still. I'm like,
my
this
God.
is sick, because I'm like discarding the
you're
hand-sized moments piece.
You're
you know?
hungry for that 1-0 win. You're hungry
No, I don't
for
know
it.
why. I'm just like, and the other 2 finish like, oh, we're done, we won, and I'm like, sick. And I lay out my hand of like stream of thought, Deadly Dispute, fog. And I'm like, awesome. Like, that was fun. Then did not again, like, kid, like, do you want to concede or whatever? And we're like, no.
No.
Which sucks because I really like Abby and I really like Craig.
Yeah.
And they know this kid from CDH.
Right.
And like they need a third and stuff. And I look at them, I'm like, hey, your friend insulted my friend. So I do not want to concede. If that didn't happen, do not care, would concede. If it was anybody else in the room, if I didn't know the other team, would concede there.
Sure.
Do not care. But like based on that person's actions, insulting my friends, not cool with that.
Sure.
Will not concede. I think that's like a good lesson of you talking about other people down like that. That has consequences on your win rate, on your win percentage, if that's what only matters to you.
Well, just your presence in the community.
Yeah,
because
like,
it's a part of like, it's awkward and you don't want to have to do it under like most circumstances, but it's important to you have to weed this sort of behavior out of your communities if you want to have a welcoming, like positive community in any game or setting or context or whatever. But like,
I hope this kid grows up. Like I
do too. I would be more than willing to give him another chance, more chances. Absolutely. Just right now, I'm just like, until you prove otherwise, I think you need to learn.
There are many people I did not like my first impressions on them at first, and I'm very good friends with now.
Yeah.
I said Carthel. The first time I met Carthel, I did not like him. I love Carthel.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I love Carthel. Love him to death now.
Like this Derrick Smith guy? Like, I was like, who is this Derrick Smith guy?
I don't know how you have a bad first impression of Derrick.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
How did I get in here?
I showed you both doors.
I don't know. So
That's true.
That was the one game I won all day, but fuck, it was
You
fun.
went that way, now you get out that way.
Like, it really, that last game was very fun, and I kind of felt like, I don't know, like, I'm like, yeah, I redeemed my friends. Like, I got, like, I got that payback for Jay, for insulting Jay. I got payback for Thomas.
You got that little piece of heart back. Is
Yeah,
what you,
yeah. I'm like, yeah, we won for our homies there. And we actually bubbled at 9th.
Or at 5th.
Or 5th, thank
yeah,
you.
'cause it's
Sorry,
top
not
four.
top
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
We bubbled at 5th.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that was closer than I thought. I'm like, I didn't think a 3-2 would even get in. So, but I guess since we beat the one tiebreaker team, a 3-2 got in. So, and
There you go.
we got some friends in the top 8 because of that too, or top 4. So awesome.
That's some good shit, Cameron.
Yeah.
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 You gotta bleep that out. I'm sorry, but that's
okay.
some good stuff. Respect for your homies, bro.
Yeah. And there's something about like sitting down at the table and someone being like, "Do you want to concede?" and just be like, "No." Like,
No.
there's something about that. That's
Well, there's
great.
also the tone
I
of how
do
you say
enjoy
it.
that when I'm like 3-0 in an RCQ and they're like, all right, we get to double draw. I'm like, no, I want to play for the first seed in top 8, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the questions are always like super situational. Like, you could be in it and be like having a good day, and somebody say that and be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
it'd be like, "Oh yeah, dude, that's funny." No, like you did.
And it was funny. I was like talking to like Abby and stuff afterwards, and like they were like, she was like saying like, yeah, you don't like, especially at a trios event, like that's like kind of a weird thing to ask, of like getting a team to concede to you and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just like,
It's already a little awkward just to ask one person, but to ask 3 people, like, would you concede? It's like, we all came here to play Magic
Yeah.
today. Like, what do you mean?
yeah.
Would you like to concede? Like,
Would you like to concede? It was fun.
Oh, man. Kind of restored the vibes.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think winning that made the day okay. For me, at least, because it was just like, man, I lost once and I drew twice. It's like that felt weird. And it's like my draws were because I played too quick, but it's not like I played that quick. So it's like, again, obviously from the weekend before, going 4-0-1 with Fog, and the one draw was an ID.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's preference. Who knew winning Magic's more fun? Like, it is
weird.
Yeah, but I still like the deck a lot. I played it 2 weeks in a row, which is kind of like unlike me, because I do like changing it up and stuff. So I don't know what I'm gonna play on next. Whatever. I told our buddy Will that I would play out some Flickertron, so I might be Flickertroning. But God, Will, I told you I said that, but kind of want to play something fast. I've played so much slow decks lately. But
What if we get you on this like new hotness that we're gonna talk about in a minute?
what deck?
So this is the Mono Black Sacrifice deck that has been popping up.
Yes.
The easiest list for you to find, probably, if you want to follow along, if you
Yes,
do want to
please.
follow along, is the second place list from
Medvedev.
Medvedev's list from second place in the March 14th Pauper challenge.
Oh, look at that! Just found it. Perfect.
There are a couple other lists scattered around. Like if you, I don't think we're gonna get into them today, but
There's
there
two
were a
categories.
There were a ton of
Mono Black Affinity.
No. That's a different deck. We're not talking about that.
But I was surprised there was two Mono Black categories of decks. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And Mono Black Affinity was different than the Altertron stuff, so it's like
yes, yeah. That's all the Pact Altera decks are also all popping up, which is super sick. Hopefully we'll play some of those at some point.
This is not that though.
This is not that.
No,
this is a like extremely low to the ground, cheap creature based sacrifice deck. We mentioned it 2 or 3 weeks ago when we talked about the Showcase Challenge results or the qualifier results, because it got 9th place in the 100 plus player qualifier event. And it's kind of been popping off in some paper tournaments around the world and it's showing up in challenges a little bit. And I think it's super sick. And Derek and I have kind of chatted about the list. Derek kind of was brewing up like a black-green version of it for a little while. Like, were you playing around Biograph?
Yeah, Biograph, the 5/4 you sack a creature. And you get like Young Wolf because it has Undying. So you get multi-uses out of it.
Yeah. So
just the mana never comes together.
Right.
Because like it's always tap lands. And you're like, Young Wolf on 1 has to come on 1. So
right.
Jungle Hollow doesn't really help your plan.
Biogriff is a 2-mana what?
It's a 1 and a green 5/4 that you have to sacrifice a creature when it ETBs or pay 3 generic more.
Yeah.
So like you just play Young Wolf. Like you could go
that
Forest,
on 2 does
Forest,
feel good,
or
though.
Forest, Young Wolf, second Forest, Biograph, and you have a 2/2 and a 5/4.
But like you said, it's hard. When
Jungle
think
Hollow doesn't really help.
You could potentially make a version of this deck that is kind of like that. You could make like a Malevolent Rumble, like Young Wolf, Biograph, like ram through like green stompy sacrifice deck kind of. I've seen lists that look kind of like that and they're super sick, but I think I agree that like being 2-color for this kind of like super low to the ground style of deck doesn't super work in our format, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that's why we like these, or I like these mono black lists. So looking at the second place list from Medvedev, I'll share this one in the show notes. But there are a couple different ways folks are building this deck. So generally they're playing anywhere from 12 to 16 copies of the various 1-mana, the black 1-mana 1/1s, or in some cases, I guess, 1/2. I think the freebooter.
Infestation Sage.
The freebooter's a 1/1. Yeah,
Shambling
Infestation.
Gas.
Yeah, exactly. Shambling Gas being the best of the bunch, where it can die into either killing one of their X1s or die into a treasure more often than not. Nezumi Linkbreaker from OTJ, which dies into a mercenary token. The Infestation Sage, as Cameron just mentioned, from Foundations, it dies into an insect. And then some lists are also playing Greedy Freebooter from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which dies into a scry and a treasure.
So what are you doing with these really bad?
So you are using you're first of all, you're putting just a bunch of like very early aggression on the board, like 1-mana 1/1s, like what, just a bunch of 1-mana creatures. Fairies and Kuldotha are very successful decks that follow that kind of plan of play a bunch of cheap creatures and then build off of that. So this is playing into a bunch of the sacrifice effects, like the Deadly Dispute effects, and most notably playing Village Rites, which is the single black mana instant to sack a creature and draw 2 cards. So you're basically, some of these lists, this list in particular is playing 8 of those effects, because Corrupted Conviction from March the Machine is
Functional
I think
reprint.
Yep. March of the Machine is also Village Rites. It's just a different name. So some of these lists, like this one from Medvedev, is playing 8 of these plus 4 Deadly Disputes. So you're just getting a ton of value out of your creatures. They're replacing themselves, so you still just have a steady stream of 1/1s and a steady stream of cards, and eventually just overwhelming your opponents. On top of this, a number of your creatures get bigger as you sacrifice things. So you have,
So those are your payoffs.
those are your payoffs in terms of your creature play. So you have Carrion Feeder, which is the classic, the single black mana for 1/1. It can't block, but it can sacrifice a creature to put a ++1 counter on it. So this thing can get big pretty quick. Mortician Beetle, which was a downshift all the way from rare back in the day. It's a single black mana for, I believe, an 0/1. It's having trouble loading it here.
It's a 1/1.
It is a 1/1. Starts as a 1/1. So it's whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you can put a +1/+1 counter on it.
That's sick against Brood Scale.
If it is bigger than the Brood Scale and they try to combo off, despite like the infinite munitions, if it's just a big dude, this will always be bigger than the infinite Brood Scale.
Yes.
So just I don't know if that's cool or if that comes up often, but
I'm sure it does.
I'm sure it comes up.
Having if you have 3 beetles and they're just chilling there, they can't really go for it because then you have 3 infinites with them.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Unless
it's
they
pretty
just have
cool.
the win,
That's
like
why
you
I went
said.
with the black green version because I just was like, well, I don't really care to interact with you, but if you go off, I'll go off with you.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, super sick. And then the other payoff is the 2-mana version of this. It's a common from Brothers War Gixian Infiltrator. It's 1 and a black for a 2/1 that says whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Gixian Infiltrator. So that's going to trigger when you sacrifice these extra treasures that you're getting off of Shambling Ghast, Freebooter, or Deadly Dispute. It's going to trigger whenever you sacrifice one of your creatures for these effects. If you sacrifice for Carrion Feeder, that gets a counter. The Carrion Feeder gets a counter. So your creatures are going to grow pretty big pretty quickly, and you're going to have thanks to the Village Rites and Deadly Disputes, you're going to have a pretty steady stream of cards to just keep the tank rolling.
By just first impressions, it looks like this deck really wants a Carrion Feeder and probably a Mortician Beetle / Infiltrator in play. Like if you have both in play, you're cooking.
Yeah.
And you could dig and find these because you're playing the 12 draw 2 effects.
Exactly.
And then if one of them dies, you have 4 unearths, which is really, really cool. But
And all of the pieces, they're just so interchangeable because you just need a couple of them. And then also this list in particular, also playing a couple snuff outs. I'll touch on that real quick. Some of these lists were playing Overwhelming Remorse. One of the people in the Fuguete events was playing Overwhelming Remorse as the removal spell of choice. It's from Brothers War. It's 4 and a black for an instant that says exile target creature. I think it says or planeswalker, but for our purposes, exile target creature, but it costs 1 less for each creature in your graveyard. So you could get it to be a single black mana exile target creature a decent amount of the time. But I like Medvedev going to the snuff outs because in thinking of how I was going to build the deck, I was going to not play the remorses and play snuff outs.
because when you need it, you need it.
Exactly. Especially against stuff like Broodscale. You sometimes you'll need to kill a Broodscale or get a Chrysalis out of the way sooner than you have enough cards in graveyard for Overwhelming Remorse to actually be effective. So I think the snuff out is just appropriate here. And then in addition to being able to keep the cards rolling with the dispute effects and the Village Rites effects, this list in particular, and there's some differences of opinion, and I'm interested to hear you guys' thoughts. This list is playing 4 Unearth. Now, listeners of the show will know that I am obsessed with Unearth. I love Unearth. I built Cameron a very bad Unearth deck.
No, it was cool.
It was cool, but it wasn't.
I got to unearth a.
It was dope, but it wasn't good.
Yeah. I got to unearth a. Whatchamacallit, the Kinko Artificer.
The Kinko Artificer, yeah.
It was turn 3, so I could have just played it.
Right. But that was the whole point of the deck, was to unearth Kinko Artificer.
But I was stuck on 2 lands, so
Right.
it was dope. Maybe
But
one
it was-
land. I think I was
but it
stuck
was
on 1
cool.
land. I was able to do
Right.
it. So
But I love Unearth, and Unearth is super, super sick here. It's also just great that you can just pay 2 mana, cycle it if it is dead or whatever, if you're super, super ahead and you don't need to buy anything back. Some lists are playing, instead of Unearth, they're playing Reaping the Graves.
Yeah.
Reaping the Graves is, any Cycling Storm fans will know, it's 2 and a black for an instant, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and it has Storm. So this version, the versions that are playing the Reaping the Graves, will just pick up a bunch of stuff all at once. And those versions are usually playing the Greedy Freebooter, playing copies 13 through 16 or 15 or 16 of all the 1-drops that die into things. So then you have more 1-drops that die into treasures between the Freebooter and the Shambling Ghast. So you have more mana to be able to Reaping the Graves more. Also, an added bonus of having Freebooter and Shambling Ghast is some of those lists will run Weather the Storm in the board with no green mana in your land base.
from the Shambling Ghast and
Yeah,
stuff?
you just
That's
cast the
cool.
Weather the Storm off of the treasures, which is kind of sick, but I will probably shy away from that until I figure out how the mono red matchup goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this list
alright
is so
in theory,
sick. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it lost to mono red in the challenge, so
Sure.
yeah. I mean, again, we always say when something is a good mono red matchup, it doesn't matter if they just have 2 Bushwhackers,
Exactly.
2 Rebirths,
Exactly. So, but other things that these lists are doing to mitigate that, I'm seeing Sylvok Lifestaff in some of these lists,
Fangs.
all the way up.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
Unexpected Fangs.
I love
and
that
some,
card.
yeah, Unexpected Fangs is really, really sick, especially if you're just growing these things to be out of Galvanic Blast range anyway. Then you can, or Goblin Grenade for if you have to, and then they just can't kill your thing, and then you just give it lifelink, and then the game is over probably. which is, you know, maybe some hyperbole, but it might feel that way. And then my with the Unearthed version specifically, I love the sideboards that are 4 Mesmeric Fiends and 4 Accursed Marauder. I love Accursed Marauder.
Yeah,
I think Accursed Marauder with
yeah.
Unearthed is super, super sick.
I would say I saw that on the sideboard too, and I'm like, I like that axe, especially with Boggles being so freaking popular.
Yeah, it makes them counter their, it makes them sacrifice their Boggle. It makes them sacrifice their Writhing Chrysalis because it specifies non-token creature.
Yeah, if people start playing terrors again.
Yep. If you get to the long game against a deck like the blue-green Fog List, or if black-green, if you have Murmuring Mystics, if you have against Terror, if they have a Murmuring Mystic, and you can just eat through Terrors with a Cursed Marauder too. You can just like keep unearthing it over and over and just like kill your Terrors, and I don't care about Ward. Like there are a lot of applications for Cursed Marauder, and it's just a 2-mana 2/1 beater. Like that's also totally fine.
What's really cool about this deck too is like you hear a lot of people talk about like Pauper, and they tend to think it's like a lower power format. And it's no, we have a lot of powerful cards: Brainstorm, Lightning Bolt, Terror, Chrysalis. But you look at this deck and you're like, wow, this is really just a pile of turds.
It looks together like that.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But it comes together. You should put this together.
Yeah, no, that's the plan. I'm putting it together. Sounds like Derrick has it in his bag.
I should have it in my
currently.
bag. If not, I have it on my table at home.
Thomas,
minus 2 cards.
Thomas will have 3 Pauper decks, all of them monocolored.
Well, that's also part of the reason why I wanted to put together is just like historically constructed. I just really haven't played black decks for whatever reason. Like I make a joke within our playgroup of like I play Seachrome Coast in all formats.
Yeah.
Like I was like blue white like last standard season for RCQs for a long time. And I like Seachrome Coast in Spirits and Pioneer. It's been in Hammers like a white splash and blue deck in Modern. Like
no, in like any particular reason or like
no, it just happens to be what I have gravitated towards.
That's really strange because
then in Pauper it's like mono red, mono blue decks. Like
you did really well with Spirits and stuff.
Right.
So
right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny because I think about like decks that I've really enjoyed, and it's like, okay, Yorion, Junluris. Like,
you've kind of been all over the place.
Yeah, Scam. I love that to death. I really like Gromai, so it's just like I don't really like vibe with a particular strategy. Like I'll pick up whatever.
Right. And
I vibe with decks over strategies.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Exactly. And I don't think it's like that for another case. I don't think I've really played a ton of sacrifice type strategies either. So I think also just for like continuing to round out my self-education and like getting used to different play styles, I think this is a good opportunity for me to like play more black decks, play more sacrifice. It's also an aggressive deck. I've been wanting to play an aggro deck again.
Could you imagine this with like a Zulaport Cutthroat effect? Or
that would be
probably
pretty good.
Way too good.
Probably pretty good.
Probably way too good. It reminded me a lot of Cycling Storm in a weird way where you just play a bunch of crap and then...
I wonder if there's a world where you could like sideboard in a couple like... what's the Nadier's Nightblade and play a little slower, play a little grindier potentially.
Those are tokens
certain matchups.
too.
Well, yeah, because like all of them die into
tokens,
and you make treasures. So like,
yeah, it's hard because with all your sacking stuff, it's so great because your dinky dudes are 2 bodies for 1 black mana versus
3 mana is probably a lot for a single threat that isn't also doing it like attacking or whatever.
It turns your dudes back into 1 black, and you only care about one side of it instead of like your feeders and beetles and stuff caring about both sides of your dinky creatures. I say sides, I mean like the initial creature and the token it makes.
Yeah. But no, I like this deck a lot. I'm super psyched to honestly. I'll probably just rent it and throw up a league at some point this week when I have some time. I am very likely to play a version of this deck next chance I get to play some Pauper. I'm excited.
Sick. I'm going to bring it too. We're all going to bring it.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
What a wild meta.
That would be pretty funny.
What was the monthly report? 21 mono black decks.
Yeah. How?
Everybody just has deadly disputes.
Derrick, do you have anything you want to shout out while we have you on the pod? Any Pauper stuff you want to chat about before we sign off? The floor is yours.
Had something that I thought about for the mono black list.
Hit us.
Yeah.
Your sideboard Mesmeric Fiend gets kind of cool if you have a sack outlet because you can unearth the Mesmeric Fiend, trigger on the stack, sack it, and like get their card, which is kind of cool to me.
Yeah, the unearths are really cool. Yeah.
I was thought of that. But let's rock with this deck. This deck looks so cool.
I'm just very excited.
you get like maybe you get stuck on 3 lands, but you always are triple spelling.
Oh,
still.
three lands is
That's
you're
fine.
gassed.
Yeah,
That's
like
fine.
even 2 lands, you're always double spelling. Even through like 1 spell stutter sprite, you still get one of your threats through. That's so good.
They play 16 lands. It's like less than unlimited. That's whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also
And like no cyclers to find them. It's
the two Volta Whispers also give you an out for the Deadly Dispute to sack your lands,
Yep.
so you don't have to rely on your creatures, which is kind of cool.
I like that too.
I don't know, it's pretty sick. I don't like the Reaping the Graves because you kind of have to like, if you run out of things to do, you can't build the storm count, and I don't like storm cards you can't contribute to.
I feel like the draw engine is more than enough to draw into more of dinky creatures.
Yeah.
Like you don't need this Reaping Grave effect in tangent with your Village Rites effects.
Right.
Or if you're gonna do that with all the treasure guys, you could play like a 1 of Death Denied, like the 1 in a black X sorcery, get like X creatures
I like
back.
that. Yeah, I like that.
And you could just have like 5
one of those
treasures,
in the
get
board.
like get 4 creatures back,
Hey,
which
you
is
pay
really
that-
cool.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I like that
But
too. That's cool.
I don't know. I just don't like storm cards. You can't like if you can't get past 2 storm count by yourself, I don't like the card.
Storm cards are really good.
Yeah. If you can get there.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a world. How many of these are zombies? Because isn't there?
Oh, we
Is
talked
there
about
a
that
zombie or a
weird
pirate?
list.
There's a card that like cares about zombies or pirates that like can bring back either 1 creature or 2 cards of that type.
The Graveborn. I know what you're talking about. The 1 black, get a creature card to get 2 zombies back.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, none of these are
Caller's
zombies.
Chant,
Yeah,
or,
that might be 3 mana.
No,
It's one.
mana.
It is 1 mana.
Uh,
I don't know.
Carrion Feeder's a zombie.
Yeah, Carrion Feeder's a zombie. Shambling Gas. There are 2 nested Shamblers in Medvedev's list here. So like that's also a zombie. And
Wait,
the
Shambling Gas is a
accursed
zombie?
Marauders are also zombies.
Do we have like a weird Gym Palm incinerator or not? What's the
Oh,
black,
the zombie one. Oh, the black one. I don't know what that one does. I know I can see
Is
the
that a
art
common?
in
Can
my
you
head.
just, like,
I
zombie people?
I don't think that's.
Oh, okay. Damn, I don't know, man. Hey, man, I'm learning about cards every week. I'm like, that's a comment? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, we learned Goblin War Drums over the weekend with
Yeah, I just saw that in the
stuff.
challenge.
I
I
was like,
just saw
that's
that,
a
yeah.
card. That's cool.
Yeah. I just learned in the Fog deck that got second place in the challenge that Storm sideboard, it's like Grape Shot but only creature. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, why the hell would you play this over Breath Weapon? Like, I don't get it. Like, you have to, it's like Breath Weapon but sorcerer speed, and you have to cast a ton of spells. Cool, I guess I could kill a Chrysalis, but do I care about creatures that big? It's
Oh, like
kinda
Scatter Shot, you mean?
Yeah, I think it was
okay.
Scatter Shot.
Okay, you said Grape Shot, and I was like, you have
Grape
Grape
shot, but only creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Scatter Shot, bro.
I got nothing else to add. I had another funny story over the weekend. So we go back and we cube after Saturday, after Team Trios. Neither of you two came with us, unfortunately, but
All good.
we had enough for a cute little team draft. It was really fun. Mr. Silly Santilli, myself, Anna, Devin, Ori, Liz, Austin came. It was really fun. So we had enough for a team draft. Afterwards, instead of firing another cube, we just like sit around and talk about stories for 3 hours, since Ori fits in our group so well. Like, he's not from here, and like, but he just fits in our group so well. And it's like when you have like fresh blood that hasn't heard all your stories already, it's so fun. And there's a moment where Matt was telling, I hate when I call him Matt, when Centillus was telling the story,
His government name.
yeah, his government name, that's funny. He was telling us all the story about how he played in this really, really terrible RCQ or store championship where it was limited
Yeah.
draft.
Yeah, I know.
And there were
this story.
8 people, but the biggest table, there was a 4-pot of commander playing. So what do? Like, you can't move the commander game, so you draft 2 4-pods, of course.
Of course.
Jeez. Wild. Next time he's back on, I'll have him tell the story. I'll tease the audience. But the main story, I'm telling a story of him telling a story, because he has the story written down on his phone. And he's like sitting, like, we're all kind of like how we're facing you, Thomas, for those who can't see us, sadly, but like we're all sitting in the back and he's like in front of all of us, like reading off his phone. So he is narrating a story to us. He is telling us a story, and it is the first time it like brought me back to grade school where like the teacher's reading the book to
Oh my
you.
goodness.
It like brought me back to like being a child in Christmas. It was weird. Like I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Matt is a fantastic storyteller, so that was really funny. It was really, really funny. Like when he was telling this story, I was low key pissed I didn't have a mic and a camera. Like, because I was thinking, like, this is incredible content. Just keep talking. Again, like, we need to get like sometime just
a magic story episode.
Yeah, like get inebriated in some form or fashion.
Can I, before we hop off, can I tell me and Hippo story?
You can tell whatever you want. This is
So back when I was no intentions doing the Pauper thing before everybody got started, we did a Pauper league at the old game cave. You can like play your games through the week up till I think it was a month long.
Okay.
So whoever has the most points would be in the top 8, and then we play the top 8 out. I decided to stick with the same deck throughout the whole thing. You can change decks week to week, but for a week basis, you have to stick with a deck. So, one week you could be on a deck, next week you could be on a deck.
But if you play it Monday, you gotta play it Wednesday.
Right, exactly. I chose like the old-fashioned blue-black teachings that had no creatures in it. You win by Curse of the Bloody Tome and then mill.
I'm not familiar with that card.
Curse of the Bloody Tome is an enchantment from Return to Ravnica, I think is what it's from.
Sounds Innistrad-y.
Is it not? No, that's the flooding enchantment
curse,
I'm thinking
If it's a curse, it's from an Innistrad set.
Okay, that makes sense. But it's 2 and a blue enchantment. On target player's upkeep, they mill 2.
Got you. Like whoever's cursed by it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you just play 2 of those as your win condition.
That's hot.
That's all you do. Just play removal spells, counter spells. You could play the Devious Cover Up, the 2 blue instant counter target spell, shuffle 4 cards from your graveyard into it. So you just Devious Cover Up, loop your stuff. And Hippo decided for that week to play his trusty L's deck. And Hippo used to be a much bigger shit talker than he is now. He can attest to this. So he's like, Derrick, I'm gonna put you in the ground or something to that effect. And I was like, let's just play it out. Let's just get our league points in. Obviously we're friends, so like we can talk shit to each other. But he just like unloads, and I only have like Evan-Card's Justice, the 2 black. Deal 2 damage to everything, buyback for 3.
Man, these are some old cards.
Yeah, it was much before y'all.
yeah, these are cards I've never seen casted
before Modern Horizons Pauper.
Yes. Back when spells were the format instead of creatures.
That's cool.
But you like
Mirror Enforcer though.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really care about Mirror Enforcer back then, but yeah, it was a creature. But you can like Evan-Card's Justice like 3 times to like win the game every turn. So like. You have Pristine Talisman, which heals you 2. So 1 Evan-Card's Justice only deals them 2.
Oh.
So you don't, like, you net even
that's
on it.
That's also a win condition. That's sick.
You can also play, like, a 3rd Pristine Talisman to always net 1.
Dude.
Like, net a life.
Yeah.
But it's really grindy.
Some Campfire BS.
Yeah. Well before Campfire.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He played Elves, unloaded his hands. I had to, like, Evan-Card's Justice, like, twice to get around his the pump elf, whatever it's called.
Yep, I know what you're about.
And we got into this game. He goes, if you have one more Evan-Card's Justice, I will freak out. And I drew my second Evan-Card's Justice after he made me play it without buyback. And I was like, I got your ass. And then he just like exploded.
I can tell.
It was so good. I love Hippo, man. That story always warms my heart.
Yeah,
it was so fun.
That's good stuff. Anything else you want to shout out, like socials, anything like that? Do you want people to find you?
I want people to find me because I want more Pauper friends. But if
come to Nashville, find Derrick.
Yeah, find me.
come down to the Common Ground Cup.
Is this what we're promoting? Just find me.
Yeah, come down. If you find Derrick, he will play games of Pauper with you.
That is correct. Yes.
Email us and we'll share his home address.
No.
Come to the Common Ground Cup 2.0.
And then
official
just beat
date
my ass.
later.
Yeah.
No, you'll win.
No.
You can hang out with all of us. Trying to convince my buddy Zach to come down.
Yeah, do it up.
Really What's his last name? I'll do it right now.
He's in our Discord and stuff. So.
Speaking of Discord, y'all should hop in the Discord. It's great. It's hopping. We got our little community thriving in there. People are talking about spoilers because spoilers for Turkey or Dragonstorm are starting to come out.
Yes. Okay.
So
wait, I was thinking the Invincible spoiler.
No, I did catch up over the last. I'm fully caught up. I just spent the last 2 days.
Are you caught up? Like
I'm
you watched
fully.
episode 8?
I'm fully caught up.
Holy shit! If you have not listened to it,
you guys are both caught up.
Yes,
we can talk about this afterwards.
Okay, listener, if you're not with their join the Discord, plugs, whatever, commongroundgpod@gmail.com. If you got questions for us, that's in the below. If you are not caught up on Invincible, gonna spoil
got
it.
Cameron excited.
Holy shit! I had to pause it multiple times. The last episode, episode 8, season 3, I had to pause it multiple times. You're caught up, Thomas? You watched episode 8?
Yes, I watched
had
it
to pause
today.
it so many times. Like I called my brother. I'm like,
Oh my
I called
goodness.
like the part where fucking Conquest just picks up Oliver and he's like, "You're gonna hear your fucking skin rip
Oh, he's
first."
Yeah, that
describing
I
his
was.
bones
He like
splitting.
punches Oliver, and Oliver kind of just like sits there and just like spits all of his teeth out
Yeah.
and blood. And I'm like, holy hell!
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
the smack into the ground was
Yes!
the craziest thing to me.
I'm like, they're about to just murder this kid on screen. Of course,
I know.
murder is hard to get away with in this show. Yes, like
A lot of
Engstrom.
murder happened.
yeah, Engstrom's like, oh wow, he lived somehow. But like, I'm sure Conquest will come back somehow. But oh, there was like the part where Mark is just like, I can see the future. You do not live to see tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, what a banger. And then Conquest beats his ass and is like, I'm so fucking lonely.
It's just like, wow, this guy
Everybody's
is
scared of
fucked
me.
up.
And like that gave me chills. They
Yeah.
don't like me.
No.
I don't even get a name, just a purpose. And I'm just like,
Yeah, it's just-
holy fuck. But that scene, like they collide hands, both their hands break. Mark breaks his other hand. And
Yeah,
he just
insane.
murders him with his fucking face.
It was
I'm like,
wild.
I paused that scene and I will get that like tattooed like black dot detailed style. That
Yeah.
screenshot that would make a badass tattoo of like just like pull like that. Sorry listeners, but like
Yeah.
Mark's like bloody face after he's just beating the shit out of Conquest.
It was insane.
Swear warning, I guess. Jay, if you're listening to Psy, turn it off. It's too late.
It's all right.
Oh my god,
After
dude!
so
Like,
many minutes, we get to like past PG-13.
yeah. Like it was like something that I might be over exaggerating, but like my favorite piece of media I've ever consumed, like movie, TV show,
Damn.
YouTube video.
You may not be one for books, but you could read it too.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want it
Okay.
to ruin. I know. I probably will after it's finished.
Oh,
finished.
that's
I'll
fair.
probably go back and read the
That's fair.
comics. But like, I just like don't want it to like.
That's fair. I
Yeah,
wanted to make
yeah.
sure you knew the
Oh
option.
yeah. But as soon as like that episode started too, you could tell like half of their budget for the season went into that one episode.
Yes.
Like
yes.
that though. Oh my god, what a
Except for the
Dang.
the
Oh.
like 5 seconds he got his eye back.
yeah. Oh, I don't know.
When he's so in the this is not a Pauper podcast anymore anyway.
No.
So when he's holding Eve and like he's like headbutts her or smashes her like face glass thing,
Oh.
it zooms in between them and he's got 2 eyes, and then it zooms back out to him like punching through her.
Oh,
and
I
he's got
didn't
one
even
eye.
catch that.
And I was like,
I was like,
oh,
that
there's
part-
the budget.
that part where he's just like holding Eve's body and her like skull is smashed.
Oh, when
in.
yeah,
I'm just like
sends it down to Mark to catch.
yeah. Oh my god.
The Cecil, I need you scream
Oh,
about sitting
like,
me into the ground.
multiple times, like just like shivers up my spine
Yeah.
from this episode. Holy hell!
Yeah,
I
it was
bawled my
very-
eyes out when Rex died, and I was like,
Oh,
damn, that
Rex-
guy.
They did him dirty with that funeral scene.
Yeah, they did.
That funeral scene sucked.
Yeah,
My
it
name
did.
is now Rex. Oh, that's cringy.
But it explains.
so pretty.
But
Like,
it
I'm just so happy
explains.
you're alive.
It explains why Rudy
Yes.
was Rex when they did the flashback for the
That
future.
wasn't
them that
Rex,
found
that was
him.
Rudy.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
'cause you were
Rudy,
wondering,
exactly.
like, wait, why is Rex
why
in
is
Rudy's
Rex
suit?
in robot? Like,
Yeah. But I think a lot of it was like too to show like, well, yeah, Rudy doesn't have any human interaction.
Right.
Like he's been in a tube. Of course, he's a little weirdo that doesn't
Right.
know you're supposed to. You're not supposed to steal people's DNA and then steal their name afterwards. He was trying to do something noble, but he's no social skills.
Yeah.
No. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, there was a lot of cool foreshadowing, and having only seen season 1 up until like a couple days ago, and then blasting through all of 2 and 3.
See, I did
was
that.
really
You binged 2 and 3?
I binged 2 and 3 together over
yeah,
basically
that's- yes.
entirely over the last couple days because
Yeah.
Oh my
I've had some time to find. I
That's
was like, I'm
awesome.
tired. I'm just gonna watch this show. I'm in it. Let's go.
That's-
I
Now
don't
you're
often. I don't
awake.
often like just binge through shows like that and spend my time doing that, but I did that with the show.
Rewatching it too,
Yeah.
I'm like, every time you think something was a throwaway episode or like didn't
No, it's
matter,
not.
it comes
No.
back. It comes
That's
back.
what I'm saying. Is they did a like
You
I
see
was
multi-Paul
super,
season episode 1, season 1.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, or not
super
episode 1, but
super
season 1.
happy with how they developed. Like they continued to grow on Mark and his mom's relationship and how they're dealing with the grief and the anger of Nolan being gone and all the shit he'd messed up and like
it's
her.
like, how do you forgive
and, like,
that?
How do you forgive that of like her letting go, letting Oliver be a hero and help his brother, and like
that
I
was sick.
bawled my
Yeah.
eyes out, like feeling, and then she like collapses after of like, what am I, a horrible mother? Like, what am I doing? And it's just like, no, like this is I did think it was funny. It's like, I just want him to have a normal child, and I'm like, this one isn't even human.
This
What
one's
do you
purple.
mean?
This one's
What do you mean
purple.
normal? What do you mean normal? At least your son is half human.
I
and
mean,
half
kind of, with the whole filter my
humanoid.
blood.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my, the show's incredible.
The show's really
like
good.
God, if you haven't watched it yet, I hope
Yeah.
you turned it off when we said so, because I don't I don't like. There's very few times where media makes you just like feel like that. Like, again, when the Oliver's like ripping apart, like I'm just kind of like sitting there, like I paused it, my hands are on my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
this fucker's toast.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like,
my
this
God.
kid's toasted.
Oh my
Him
God.
spitting out the teeth is just, oh my
Yep.
god.
Well, they make you think he's gonna go because like earlier in the season he's like, "What do you mean I can't just kill people? He was
Yeah.
doing bad things." Oliver, no.
Kid was on to something though.
Yeah.
The kid was on to something. At first, I had the whole like thought of like, oh, this kid, like I thought they were gonna do this arc where it's like, because I didn't read the comics and stuff, where it's like he's gonna pass Mark in power, because there's like the scene where it's like, how did you get so fast and stuff?
Yeah.
And, like I thought they were gonna have to like put this kid down, but you really like you see that episode of him like sneaking out to go play with his friends. And like they're getting bullied, and you're like, oh, he's about to like commit genocide on these two people.
No, they
But
give
he
him,
just
like,
pants, he just pants the boys.
Yeah, they give him like human tendencies and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. You show he learns his lesson, like values human
Yeah,
life, unlike his dad and stuff. So it's really cool. Oh my god, what a show! Like again,
I also love Alan. Seth Rogen as
I
Alan
love
is amazing.
Alan.
Alan and Battle Beast are my favorite characters.
Yeah.
I love Battle Beast. I
You mean
love-
a Johnny?
Yeah.
And I love how season 1 you're just like, oh, he's like the strong cat, and like you see like Nolan in that episode where like Battle Beast is beating the crap out of him. You see Nolan just watching.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of it's probably just because like he probably didn't want that smoke. You know, he probably didn't want to mess with
Yeah,
that.
they blow the hole in the side of the ship, and he's just like out there, like, oh, God,
Like, because season 1 you're just like, oh, big strong cat, and then like you see him again this season, you're like, oh, really big really
yeah.
strong cat, like
Yeah.
beats the shit out of Viltrumites.
Yep,
like,
yep.
oh,
Yep.
he's
Damn.
Battle Beast is awesome.
Yeah.
I want him as a rug.
oh my god, oh my god.
On that note.
the end of season 2, the last thing,
Oh my god.
the last thing they say in season 2 is Omni-Man going, I think I miss my wife.
Yeah.
And that kind of hit me hard. And like, I want to make a Midwest emo song where like, you know, you see like they splice in.
Where are you?
No, you hear him
Mom
saying-
jeans is Bob jeans, but you hear Omni-Man go, I think I miss my wife.
No,
at the
what if it's
beginning, and
that's the neat thing. I think I miss my wife.
yeah, it's just like do some sad riff or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my, this show like hit.
funny.
There's a lot of moments that like hit me and
Yeah.
like that make me miss my wife from the show, which is so sad. Like when Mark and Eve are pounding at the end. After they get back from their friend's funeral.
They were making noise upstairs. Oliver.
This one's for you, Rex.
All right, I'm hitting stop.
All right, on that.
My whole skeleton.
Oh